Hello, welcome to the third lesson for Discord.js. Today we're going to make a simple currency system so people can add, they can add money, they can show their balance, and they can pay people. We'll probably only get to the balance thing this time, but yeah, this is just setting the foundations for a full system. So we'll start off. Here I've said you've got to install and configure MongoDB. There's instructions on their website specific for different operating systems, but it's relatively simple. And next, we've got to do, so to actually interact with the database, we've got to say npm I or install kv and at kv/mongo. Alright, we've installed those. Next we're going to say mongo sh to open up the Mongo interactive shell, and we'll say use admin to switch to the admin database. And we'll say db.create user, and then we'll have the object just like in JavaScript, and we'll say the username is whatever you want your username to be. We'll say the password is whatever you want your password to be. It'll just be very secure for me. The roles is an array, and we'll say role user admin any database. And database is admin. There's that. Okay, so we should now have a user that can modify any database on the MongoDB server. So we can click Control D to exit. And first we'll make a balance command, so to check how much money you have. So we'll say balance, and actually we'll also make a registration command. So register.js. Okay, so we can say actually okay, so first we need to make a connection to the database. So the way that we do this is we need a new instance of kv. So we will say so we can say const key v equals require kv. And then down here we can say kv instance new kv, and then we'll say the URL is mongo kv://. For me, username was ASDF, the password was very secure, so ASDF:very secure at localhost, so this is just your local computer, on port 20, and then the colon means the port, so 27017. And we'll say the database is bot. Okay. To actually get the instance of kv into the commands, we need to pass another argument to our command handlers. So we'll say it takes another argument called kv instance, and that means in all of these we have to say I'll just delete these ones. But we also have to take this, even though it's not going to be used. So we can say it's underscore, which just means this parameter is going to be discarded. and next we can do the same for the lyrics. Then here we need to say exports equals function message. So we'll turn that into an arrow function. Oh, and this has to be asynchronous. So, for the person to register, what we want to do is first we want to check if the user is already registered, and if they aren't, then we want to make them registered and give them some credits. So let's say we give them 1,000 credits. Okay. So first we need to check if the user exists. So if a record or a key in KeyV doesn't exist, then it will return undefined. So what we can say is we can say if keyv.get and we'll say the message.author.id, so the ID of the user. If that returns undefined, then this will be true because it's inversing undefined, which is a false value. So if it we want to say message.reply, you are already registered, and then we want to return. So now down here, the user hasn't been registered, so we want to make a new user for them. First, we will make a file for a user class. So we can say module.exports equals class, and we can say the constructor, and we can give it the so we can say this dot id equals user.id dot tag equals user.tag and this dot balance equals 1000. So back in the register thing, we can up here we can say once user equals require dot dot, so the upper directory / user.js. We can, and then to store the value, we say pv dot set message.author.id to a new user. And what this does is it says in the KeyV database, which is MongoDB, it sets a value of message to author, so the ID of the user, to a new user object. And then down here we can say message.reply successfully registered. Okay. Just to avoid an error, we can say we can just give it a function so it doesn't throw an error. Okay, turns out we don't actually have to put credentials here. You probably should if you're using an external server, but when it's just in your local machine and you aren't port forwarding, then it should be fine. Okay, so we can test this. We can say register successfully registered. Okay, so hopefully this command has worked. We can test that by using a balance command. So we can say if pv.get message author ID. If that doesn't exist, then we want them to register. So we'll say message reply, you are not registered. And we can also say, actually we can just leave that. We can return, and then we can, to get the balance, we can write message dot reply and use a query template literal. We can say you have and here we can execute some code. So we can say keyv dot get message dot author ID dot balance. Hopefully this will show us the balance. npm start. Oh, great. Okay. Well, let's have a look at what the value looks like then. Console.log. Oh, yeah, we gotta await it. Wrap that in brackets. What's the problem? Let's get rid of that. Alright. What is the problem? Well, we can just say user equals we can also console log user as well. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. So I have 1,000 credits. Okay. Worked. First try. Definitely. Okay. I'll probably leave it at that for this recording. Tomorrow we will, next lesson, we'll make a system to pay people. Thanks for watching.